You have to have the right balance of being altruistic and selfless in this world for the average person. But when it comes to you wanting to be a successful person, in the beginning of your journey towards building your wealth, at the point where you're just beginning, you're just starting to compound your wealth, you're not totally financially independent yet, but you're at a place to where you could help people, you shouldn't. Today we're going to talk about altruism, what it is, what the definition of it is, and we're going to talk about being selfless or selfish, excuse me. So the definition of altruism is an altruistic person is someone who puts other people's welfare above their own. So an altruistic person would be somebody who helps other people. They're selfless. They help other people, and they help people so much to where it puts them behind the 8 ball. There's some people out here in this world who they may seem like they're harmless. They may seem very helpful, and so helpful so much that they don't even help themselves. See, that's altruism. Altruism is, for the average person, like I said, the perfect balance for the average person who wants to live an average existence is to have that proper balance of altruism and selfishness. So, as an average person, someone who is probably making only $40,000 to $60,000 to $80,000 a year, you're not making a lot of money. You're not looking to aspire for more. You're okay with your existence. You're okay with where you are in life. That's cool. Everybody ain't meant to be, on that top 10, 1%. It's cool to have that perfect balance of being someone that is, excuse me, someone that is altruistic as well as selfish. You want to be able to help people to an extent, and then you want to be selfish as well. You got to have that perfect balance. But like I said, if you're somebody like me, and I got this quote from the great Anton Daniels, you can't pour from an empty cup. See, I was raised in a family of altruistic people. I've seen people in my family be so altruistic their whole life where they're just willing to help anybody and everybody, where they'll give someone an inch and that person takes 17 miles and, it leaves the person in my family fucked up, energy depleted, money depleted, resources depleted. But then they turn around and help somebody else and help somebody else and help somebody else. And what happens is when you're altruistic, you look at yourself as someone that is here. Your purpose is to help people. But what's the point of you helping people so much to where you can't help yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful with that. And we all at some point have been altruistic. Every single one of us. We have all been altruistic. Me, I've had times where I've been altruistic with certain people in my past, but once it got to the extent to where I felt like this person's just really using me, I'm not gaining anything from this, then I decided to cut them off. You can't help people that are helpless. There's some people in this world that are just looking to be leeches, looking to be energy drains, energy vampires. They're looking to suck you of all your resources, all your money, all your energy. And no matter how much you help them, they're still going to be helpless. There's people in this world that are fucked up financially right now, and they say, hey man, if I only had $3,000-$4,000, I'll be back on again. You can give them that money and they'll still find a way to fuck it up. That's the average person. You know what I mean? That's the average person. The average person is gonna look for Leeches live off of sucking blood. So they're always going to look for a host. They're always going to look for some kind of host to find. And a lot of times, that host might be you. If you find yourself in a place in life where, like I said, you're trying to build wealth and you want to help people, you can't help people until you are straight. See, the best thing to do is to isolate yourself from those that are helpless. Build yourself up. Be selfless. Selfish, not selfless. Be selfish. Completely selfish. Don't help nobody but yourself. Be 100% selfish for years, decades. And then when you have financial independence, you create a foundation that can help people, some kind of nonprofit. But I'm going to tell you something. When you come into some money and you come from a blue collar family, the first thing that's going to happen is people are going to start to have their hand out. You feel me? Have their hand out. And you don't owe anybody shit. Just because somebody is your cousin or your auntie, you don't owe them nothing. Being an altruistic person, being someone that's 100% selfless, can leave you broke, destitute, lacking energy, because it's literally like you're a full battery or you're a half full battery and you keep letting other people siphon off of you. And what happens is your energy depletes. You don't have anything to recharge. When you're altruistic, you grow up from an altruistic family like I did. You grow up thinking, well, shit, I'm stronger than this person mentally and emotionally. I can help them through what they're going through. No, you can't. Some people cannot be helped. Some people just need to suffer. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a couple of years, and I believe all men need to have some level of suffering. I had a couple of years in my 30s where I was suffering. I was broke. I was destitute. I was doing bad. I was eating my feelings every day. I was drinking my feelings. I was on probation. I went back to the streets. I was on probation. But during this period, I isolated myself. Everybody around me, I wasn't woe is me. I was just building myself up. I got myself away. I would tell people, hey man, I'm going through some shit. I don't want you to, don't worry about me. I'm going through some shit. I'm going to work through it. And when I'm back on again, I'm going to come back around. I had to be selfish. And right now, I'm 100% selfish. We help people with a price. There's a price attached if I help you. But I don't do pro bono. There is no pro bono. My first business, I did a lot of pro bono work when I worked in rap. Ain't no pro bono. So, what we learned today, if you want to be a 1% earner, such as myself, you want to make over $500,600,000 annually. You want to have other streams of income that make you $100,000 to $200,000 residually just because you own property or just because you own micro real estate and ATMs or vending machine routes, and you have 20 locations that net you $500 to $600 every single month. So you do the math. You have to be selfish. I didn't get to where I got by being someone that is altruistic. And for people that are altruistic, they'll hear my story and think, oh, that's fucked up. It's not. My selfishness is going to be the reason why I can help hundreds of thousands of people in my lifetime, like I do with my Discord. Circa 84 or any other shit that we do at Duckworth Robinson LLC. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you want to be in that top 1%, gotta be selfish. You can help people every now and then in certain kinds of ways. You can do scholarship programs and shit like that. I think one of the biggest incentives of having a scholarship program is I think you get 100% of that deductible back. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a CPA or tax guy. But I think if you do help people, it needs to benefit you too. You know, some kind of benefit, you know. You want to give a $500, $1,000, $10,000 scholarship every year. I think if you ask your CPA, if I'm not mistaken, you can get a substantial amount of that back in the tax deductible. So if you got to help somebody, it's got to be something like that. Not just, I'm going to hand you a bag and I don't get nothing in return. You feel me?